Alright, so it is Thanksgiving afternoon. We've done eating. So here's what I've got going on. So we have our carcass in here with my leftover scraps for the stuff for the soup, but I'm going to make stock out of it, so I wanted the scraps. So I cut everything up. Here's what I did with the casseroles. So as you can see, I just kind of layer it. So we've got the sweet potatoes on the bottom, and then I've got some carrots, and then the green bean casserole, I just kind of split it up between the two. Here's all the meat, and then I still have the stuffing and the potatoes to layer with it. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that right now, but I'm going to do that, and that's how we're going to do that. I also, hold on, Jeffrey, I also saved the juices from cooking the turkey, and I'm going to put that in here to start my stock, and then I will add water as needed to pretty much just cover the carcass and just let it pretty much simmer for the longest time. So I'll show you what these look like when I'm done. Alright, so here's what the casseroles look like. I'm a little concerned my cover's not going to fit on this, but that's okay. If anything, I'll just put tin foil on it and put that one on top. And then what we usually do is, the guys might eat some of it tonight, later for leftovers. If not, I will actually bake it for a little bit tomorrow just to get it warm, and then we'll have it for dinner. So that's great. And like I said, I'm going to put all of this juice in right now, and then I will just put enough more water in just to cover it and just let it simmer in. So I will let you know, show you how this looks in a little bit. I'll just take you through the whole process of the soup, but this is what I do with the casserole. I just take all the leftovers and make a casserole out of it. Nothing really fancy about it. It's super easy. All right, so here is, I brought the water to, or the broth to a boil, and now I'm letting it just simmer for a little bit. I just turned it down. So this is, I have a really big stock pan. I actually don't even know how big it is, but I know my turkey was 19.5 pounds, so I got a big carcass in there, and that's kind of floating a little, but that's all right. That's going to happen. So I'm pretty much going to let this, oh man, this has been on for like 2 hours now. I'll probably let it go for probably another 5 or 6, and then I'll stop it before I go to bed, and I'll just let it sit here all night long, and then when I wake up in the morning, I'll put it back on again. I actually might even have Ed put it on when he goes to work, because he'll be going to work early. I've let it sit. It's fine. Obviously, I'll put the lid like this. I just don't have room in the fridge, and it's fine. I've actually had it sit all night long, and then I'll recook it again in the morning, and once it gets hot, then I'll, that's when I will drain everything, and I'll show you how I do it, because it's kind of a process. All right, good morning, guys. So it is the next morning. It's Friday morning. I have been boiling my soup or my stock again. So now it's all over. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this and strain it. So the way I do it is I put my strainer in this big pot. So obviously you want to save the broth. And then what I'll do is just pull this through, and it'll take out all of the other stuff. And then this I usually just put it in this bucket, and let it cool off before I put it in a bag and then put it in my trash. But yeah, so this is how I'll drain it. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I left my tripod in the bedroom, and the baby's sleeping, so I can't like prop you guys up, but this is how I'm going to strain it. Alright, so here is what it looks like. I don't know if this is, I can do this one-handed. Oh, I can. But you can see it just took all of the, I'm trying not to fog up the camera, took all of the broth out, and then now this is just all the leftover, the carcass. Put that bad boy in here so that'll cool off, because you don't want to put that in a hot bag. I'm probably going to put this back in here with all of my veggies. I'm going to put some potatoes in it this time, and pasta. I got this Destine, or the Toledo pasta. I like to put that in there when I make soup. But I'm going to do some potatoes this time to kind of like do like a rustic vegetable soup. So I'm going to put this back in this pan just because this is still hot. And this one I can just tell it's not going to be big enough for what I need to do. So transfer it over, get it all going, and just get the soup ready. All right, one thing I did notice when I was putting the broth back, there's actually quite a bit of meat right on top. It had come off the carcass. I couldn't get it all off, so I'm actually going to pick some of it off and put it in here, and then get the extra turkey that I had. that I didn't use in the casseroles that I'm going to put in here. But there's still some like really good chunks. Obviously, I'll make sure there's no bones, but I'm going to pick that off and put it in there so I don't waste. All right, so here is the soup all put together. So as you can see, I've got some carrots, some celery, onion, mushroom, and then I put potatoes in there, and then the turkey's in there. I thought I was going to have to add some more either broth or stock or some water, but honestly, it looks really good, and I know that the veggies will, their moisture will come out, so I think it'll be fine. I'm actually pretty happy with the way it looks. So I'm gonna put the lid on this and let it cook like all day, and then eventually I will put the pasta in, but I like this to cook together for a few hours and then put my pasta in and then let that sit for like an hour, and then it'll be done. So let this sit for a little while. All right, guys, so I actually just put the pasta in. No, I don't cook it first because I like to just soak up all the juices because we like a really hearty soup. And I put that whole box in. So I'm gonna let them just cook in here for a while. And oh, it smells so good in here. Plus I'm making muffins, so it's just like, it's a party today. So, ooh, it just fucked up the screen. So I'm gonna let this soak for a little while. Okay, so soup is done. Oh, I should probably turn that off so it can cool off before I put it away. But it's all done. See, super easy. Ooh, steamy. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It's steaming up the camera. But as you can see, super easy. I do have some skin in there. I will take that out. That was just more for taste because let's face it, oh, it just gives it a little bit extra. But oh my gosh, it's so hearty. Here, I'll actually scoop it for you. But it is, I mean, it's so hearty. So definitely thickened up. Perfect amount of broth for us. We like a more hearty soup than a like soupy soup. So there's my rustic soup recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed. Had a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you in our next video.